the most wide open season in the history of the league. I mean, that's just a fact. There's no doubt about it.
The league is in a great spot. These teams, these championship teams, the Minnesota Wind Chill are in a great spot.
Let's be real, we shocked the world tonight. These guys know how to fight, and that trophy was nice and heavy, and that felt good.
We haven't proved anything yet. We've been here several times. We are the underdogs.
We've been grinding for a long time. I don't feel like we got over the hump.
You're going to win that over and over, one matchup at a time.
You've got your favorites, you've got your underdogs. This is why they play the games.
Over the top! Skies over Grayson Sander!
To the end zone for the score! Oh my goodness!
Battle at the buzzer, and you better believe Jeff Babbitt lives for the moment. Glory has defeated the reigning champions.
Nope.
PC's going home! Inside the park! Home! Ah, funny. John gets inside. Oh my God! Freaking Collins, man. How to get out of my seat for that one.
Bo Nix on 3rd and 11. Bo slinging it down the field. Caught! Marvin Mims! He is gone! Touchdown Broncos! What a throw!
This telecast is copyrighted by me, Coleman Sports, for the private use of my audience. Any other use of this telecast, preventing any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this stream without my consent is prohibited. Any spamming, hating, spoiling, lurking is highly discouraged.
We are live. Welcome back to Coleman Sports. We got the Shred and the Oregon Steel. Solid Shred and the Oregon Steel. Game 5 for the Shred, and I think it's like game 4 or 5 for Oregon as well here in the UFA season, 2025 season. It's been a crazy season, and yeah, hopefully Shred can improve to 4-1 here with a dub. We'll see. So this is Oregon's 6th game. This is our 5th. Okay. Oregon has played one more game. All right. That makes sense. What's up, Amir? What's up? What's up? It says it's live right there, but then right there it says upcoming. I'll probably have to refresh. Hopefully we have no issues with Watch UFA TV today, because yesterday it was being stupid. I paid $10 a month. It better not. Better not. Okay, it's on. They just have a countdown right now. All right, bet. I'm gonna go over rosters and stuff since I'm live. I went live about 10 minutes before game time, so, and they usually start a little late. Not like NBA when they start 20 minutes late, but like a good 5 minutes late they usually start. So, but yeah, let me get the rosters pulled up. 1 second. Portland, I know they posted theirs like 3 days ago, which is kind of weird. But here's our game day roster. I'm pretty sure it's the same roster as yesterday. There might be a couple little tweaks, but yeah. All right, here's the roster for today for the Shred. Jacob Miller, Nathan Huff, Trevor Kelly, Chad Jorgensen, Will Selfridge, McKay Jorgensen, Oscar Brown, Kimmel Few. It's either Pew. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Few, but stupid Seattle commentator said Pew. Pretty sure it's Few. Kimball Few, Matt Rusnagel, Curtis Watkins, Braden Emberhard, Jace Dunabot, Alex Forsberg, Sam Pugh, Garrett Knighton, Reed Browning, Jordan Kerr, Eugene LaRue, Dane Miller, and Grayson Retberg. Yeah, it's the same roster as yesterday, pretty much. Same guys that made the trip down. Of course, no Tony. The big names out for the shred. No Tony for this road trip. He'll be back against Oakland. I know because I literally know him in person. So I asked him when he'll be back. He's just missing the little road trip here. He'll be back in Oakland next week. Same with Kyle Weinberg missing the trip. Jacob Miller surprisingly made this road trip, and his wife is due Monday to have a baby, and he still made the road trip, which is kind of crazy. But we'll see if he's playing today. We'll see though. It says on the game day roster, but you never know. That was 99 hours ago when they posted it. Of course, they got Oscar Brown and Retberg back yesterday, so they'll be playing. Still without Luke Jorgensen, who broke his arm or something. I think he got the cast off, so he should be back hopefully soon. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks. The Jorgensen brothers, of course, still out with their ACL injuries, which is weird because Ben's like 2 years out, so I don't know why he's not back, but I guess they want to be 100%, which is smart. You don't want to get injured, of course. So those guys are still out. Just got Will Selvidge back because he was also playing with Team USA with Retberg and Oscar. Who else is? Oh, Ben Ashton is still out yet to play a game. Like, we have so many good players out, and the fact that we're 3-1. The only loss we have is that Week 1 game against the best team in the league. So, yeah, we could beat the Hustle, I feel like, if we played them again, though. But, yeah, so hopefully it's a good game here between us and the Oregon Steel. Oregon Steel, formerly called the Portland Nitro, but changed their name to Oregon Steel. So they went from Portland to Oregon, and then they went from Nitro to Steel. I really like their new logo. It's like a circle saw blade, and it has like a fish design on it. I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I like the colors, the pink, the orange, and like the turquoise color. Their jerseys, pretty cool. So I like what they did. Nitro was all right. The orange, the white, the black, but this is better with the turquoise and pink and the saw blade and everything, which I find pretty cool. But yeah, let me see. Let me look at Portland's roster too. I know a couple guys on Portland. I can't say their name on the top of my head though. Or not on Portland. Sorry, Oregon. I can't name them off the top of my head. Bergmeyer or whatever. They have that guy. All right, so game day roster for the Oregon Steel. David Baram, I think. Ben Thanonis. Quinn Bergmeyer. That's the guy to look out right there. He's a good player. Sebastian Williamson. Josh Moore. Callahan Bosworth. His first name is actually Callahan. That's sick. Nick Thomas. Nate. Bro, half these players I cannot pronounce. Nate Nutshun. Can't pronounce that, man. Zach Shergerman, Julian Reeves, Jacob Artiz, I don't know. Archer Gordon, Antonio Rudra. Bro, these names on Portland kind of hard to pronounce. Austin Kelly, Adam McNicholas, Beckenet, Semesis, Connor Stilwell, Caleb Campbell, Jackson Hegley's or Hegley, Ryan Wolf. Okay. The only one I recognize is like Bergmeyer. And maybe Ryan Wolf. I'm not sure. I don't know much of the Oregon players. Like I've seen a couple. I know like their main players. Like if I saw them, I know who they were. But like I only recognize Bergmeyer. Oh, and number 10. Yeah, number 10, Quinn Bergmeyer. And then there's that other guy. What's his freaking face? This guy. Number 17. That guy. He's good. Let's see if he's on the roster today, though. Oregon. Yeah, Nate. The Nate dude. Yeah. Nate Nanchun or whatever. And then there's that little short dude that always wears the hat. I forget what number he is.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome.
This guy. Antonio, dude. Yeah, the Antonio guy. Is he on the roster? I didn't see him on the roster. Maybe he was.
I am doing
Yeah, he is. Those are like the three guys that I pretty much know. But on Oregon, that's it. The Nate dude, the Antonio dude, and Quinn Bergmeyer. The rest I don't really know. They used to have Sweeney, but then he went over to Seattle.
Lost this season.
Yep. Shred 3-1. Only loss on the season is to the Hustle. Still trying to steal, yeah. Still trying to steal playoff spot. See if they can do it. Should be a big win for the Shred too. Of course, the Oakland Spiders lead the division, the West Division, 5-1 record. The Shred right behind them with a 3-1 record. Summit with a 3-2 record gave Oakland their first loss yesterday. The Steel right outside the playoff position there with a 2-3 record. Cascades not looking good, 1-6. And of course, the new team, the Vegas Bighorns, what, 0-4 now? Yeah. Yeah, we always have great games against Oregon Facts. And it's usually rainy as heck in Portland, or yeah, in Oregon too. So we always have rainy games against them. Today it doesn't look rainy. It's a little sunny, windy for sure. Just like in Seattle when it was windy. Maybe that'll help us get started with a couple breaks, maybe.
Bringing home the 3 championships to Oregon. Congratulations to Marcus for their performance there.
Oh yeah, Team Lewis and Clark are the D3 champions. I forgot. They're from Oregon.
I know that both teams gained
Shout
a
to
lot
them.
of fans at live streams that weekend, particularly for here on this.
All right, we can get started today or tomorrow. Let's go, refs. Come on. All right, we're underway. Great pull there I think it went out the back of the end zone there, though. Yep. A little less on that, though, landing that little less power on that. That might land in the back of the end zone there. But since it went out the back, they get a ticket all the way to the brick mark. It's about 20 yards in front of the end zone. Oregon here. Oregon throws it up here to 23. Number 23 break throw over here to number 34. 34. A lot of length on this Portland team. Resets it to 3. Here's 3. 3 looking for a backhand shot there. And it's D'd up by the Shred. I think the wind might have brought that one down there. And the Shred with the D. Oscar Brown to Sam Pugh. Sam Pugh. Over to Nathan Huff here. Nathan Huff. Look around here to Oscar Brown. Brown to Huff. First break chance here for the Shred. Early turnover. Low throw there to Sam, but Sam digs it out. Sam looking for the backhand here. Finds Nathan Huff. Nathan Huff fakes the flick. Nice little movement over here to Reed. Reed to Sam Pugh. Sam Pugh, lefty backhand over to Nathan Huff. Nathan Huff to Sam Pugh. Good patient D-line offense here. Up to Nathan Huff, who gets the grab. Nathan Huff with the tough grab there. Looking flick here. Resets over to Oscar Brown. Brown looking for Reed. And a miscommunication there on the defense from the Shred. Turnover. Oakland's O-line offense gets it back after they turned it over. The Shred with miscommunication there on the D-line. D-line got to punch it in when they get chances, man. Oregon gets it back here. 23? Why 23? Oh, I do 63 because our best player is or 66. I mean, who's Jordan Kerr is 66. I don't even know who wears 23 anymore. Tony used to do it. Here's Oregon, more than half field. They're going to throw a deep puck here. That is perfect for Oregon. 1-0 Oregon. Shred got to convert on those breaks, man, early when you get chances. And right there, they do not convert. And Oregon take advantage. They take advantage and they get this back. Just I don't know what happened there on that throw. I don't know. But Nick with the goal there. Or with the assist, maybe. Did he get? No, Nick got the goal. No, he didn't. That's not Nick. I don't freaking know who that is. But not a good start for the Shred. I mean, they got a D. They got a D. They played good defense. They got the disc back. They moved all the way down the field, and then 10 yards outside the end zone, just a miscommunication between two young guys, Reed Browning and Oscar Brown. Two young guys there. O-line out here for the Shred for the first time. Trying to get a dirty hold or a nice hold here. High throw there, but Chad digs it out. Chad, inside break here to Luke or to Will. Will, the pump fake. Will with the high release to Jacob Miller. What a throw. Jacob Miller to Kerr. Kerr to Will Selfridge. The movement by this O-line is looking good. Matt Russnagel with the hat today. Matt high backhand. That is D'd up. What are you doing, Matt? Matt, what was that throw, Matt Russnagel? Come on. Matt Russnagel was not a good. He's not a thrower, man. We got to get to our handlers. You got to reset that, Matt, and we got to turn. We got to go the other way, attack different angles like we do offensively. That was a good possession by the offense, but then Matt Russnagel throws it away, or throws it right to the defender. What are you doing? Good defense here by the O-line on Oregon's D-line. Here comes Oregon in power position. Oregon in a half field, double team. They get out here. Wide open in the corner. That's going to be too far, maybe. Yep, just a little bit too far there. And the Shred O-line will get it back. Luckily, because a 2-0 start would not be a great start here for the Shred. Right, O-line, do exactly what you did, but don't sell at the end. And a bobble there, but what is going on with the Shred O-line early in this game? And there's no sound on Watch UFA TV, of course. Another miscue by the Shred, man. What's going on right now? The D-line could have punched in a break early. Oh, and it's bobbled by Oakland.
This is going to be the second time the Shred O-line will get it back here. This is the third time our O-line has got the disc in this possession. Oregon can't convert on defense just like us. A deep puck here in a double territory. But the Shred come down with it. What a catch by Matt Russnagel, who resets it and throw to the corner. What are we doing, offense? What a sloppy game to start, man. We get a hit. We hit the disc away from Oregon. First possession. We get it back, and then we sell. We can't convert on defense, and then they score. And now here on offense, that's the third time we've had a turnover, giving it back to the D-line for Oregon. For Oregon, you might want to call timeout soon. Try to punch this in and go up 2-0. Just early mistakes by the Shred. That one's floaty, but it's good. Right here on the bottom side for Oregon. Oregon looking to swing. Good pressure by Salt Lake. Kerr. Forcing flick. Kerr. Around throw here for Oregon. Oregon. Swing again. Salt Lake really needs to get this back. Ooh, nearly hand blocked there by Matt Russnagel. Good pressure here by Salt Lake on the double T. Oregon intercepted by Kerr. Kerr to Emberhard. Emberhard. What a play by Jordan Kerr, getting in the middle of that throw and getting it back to O-line. And this time, the O-line will finally convert and tie it 1-1 here. 4 opportunities for the Shred, and they finally punch it in there. For the young team looking a little shaky on offense, man. 3 turnovers in a row, and then we're lucky Oregon turned it over 3 times. We're lucky that Oregon turned it over 3 times. That was their defense out there, though. Our offense turned it over 3 times, and then they turned it over 3 times. And we were able to punch it in there. Oregon yet to have an offensive goal yet. Their one goal was defense, I think. No, it was their offense. Never mind, because we got a D, and then we couldn't score with the defense out there. And then their offense scored to start. That's right. And then our O-line went on and had 3 turnovers in a row. And still punched it in. Oregon's O-line here. Resetting. Oh, what's that guy's freaking name? I don't know. The short little guy resets it here to Nick. Nick to what's his stinking name? Salt Lake's forcing Portland or Oregon to go backwards here. Good defense here by Salt Lake. Oregon. Some quick little throws, and now a big huck develops for Oregon, and that is perfect. Oregon 2-1. What a huck by Oregon. Man. Remember, the Shred could have started this game 1-0, 1-0, but the D-line got a break opportunity and turned it over about 10 yards in front of the end zone. So, not good. For some reason, the commentators' mics are going out again, which is weird. The mics were going out for the commentators in Seattle yesterday. Same thing here today. No sound right now. Hopefully they fix that. Because I don't really know much players on Oregon. That's a floaty throw, but Kerr gets it. Kerr. Inside, backhand here to Chat. Chat. Flick into space here to Matt Russnagel. Matt Russnagel with the crossfield flick. Will Selfridge shoots to Miller, and it's too far. Just barely too far for Miller. Miller can't get the layout. And a break chance for Oregon. What is going on with the Shreds O-line? Let's get back, boys. Reset here. Callahan territory for Oregon. Ooh, that's close. Here's Oregon. Oregon with a break chance. Oregon. Swinging it around. I like the defense there. Ooh, that's a low throw, but it's dug up by Oregon. Oregon just resetting here. Good defense by the O-line here for the Shred. Trying to get it back. O-line not looking the best here early in this one. That's how it looked like against Seattle, though. That's a floaty throw, and that is caught by Oregon. How? Oh my gosh, what a lucky play for Oregon steal there. Shred got to hit that down when it floats up like that. When it floats up, you got to be able to get there and hit it down there. And a foul on the Shred. Don't know what's going on here for the Shred O-line so far. And a flick into space for Oregon. The wind takes that one, but it's perfect. Oregon up 3-1. What is going on with the O-line for the Shred? I know it's really sunny out there and really windy, so it's probably hot and windy, but we just played in Seattle and it was windy. That throw just too far for Miller in the end zone. And then a floaty throw that the Shred just can't get to. Like, you got to be able to get that D, man. That went so high. That was such a floaty throw by the handler there on Oregon. Went over the head of the Oregon cutter. And the Shred just couldn't hit it down. And they were able to lay out on it. And they converted. Offense, lock in here. Hey, we've seen comebacks before, though. The Shred were down by 6 against the Cascades. It's a little funky start here today. Yesterday, the O-line looked like unstoppable in Seattle. So far today, not looking good. They look like one of the best O-lines in the league last night against Seattle. Yeah, Portland's a little better than Seattle this year so far, but just a couple stupid mistakes, couple throws that are just a little off, a little too far. A drop pass that got blown up by the wind. Like, Will Selfridge here with the high release to Emberhard. Emberhard looking for that backhand. Emberhard resetting here to McKay. McKay to Kerr. Kerr with a low throw there, but it's dug up by Will. Will resets to Emberhard. Emberhard to Will. Will flick over here to Chad. Chad to Kerr. Kerr. The dangerous lefty to Chad. Chad. Up here to, I think that's Jace Dunabile. Yep. Jace Dunabile needs to reset here. Jace gets it to Chad. Chad to his brother McKay. McKay Jorgensen with the break backhand to Will Selfridge in the end zone for the Salt Lake hold. There we go, O-line. Now D-line, let's go get a break here. We gotta stop. We gotta stop to start the game, and the D-line just couldn't convert it. And it's been a sloppy game here so far. First quarter, 1:55 left in this first quarter, and it's only 3-2. Sloppy game for both teams in this game so far. The Shred got a hit. They hit the disc down. They got a D. They couldn't. They They got a D in the end zone, or like right before the end zone. Then they went full field about 10 yards in front of the end zone. Couldn't score. Oakland got a D because of a miscommunication throw. And then Oregon turned it over, and then we turned it over, and then Oregon turned it over, and then we turned it over, and then Oregon turned it over, and then the Shred finally scored right there. And then a couple break scores for Oregon. Really sloppy game. A lot of turnovers. That's a high throw. That's floaty, and the Shred are going to go up and get it. Another missed cue there by Oregon. Another floaty throw there by Oregon. And Shred with a break chance. They flipped it to... Nice. They flipped it over there. A scuba over the top there to Nathan Huff, who finds Alex Forsberg there in the back of the end zone, wide open. We got a tie game. I don't know what the Portland
scoreboard is doing. They had it. Had it 4-2 Oregon. I was like, what? But they fixed it. They need to fix their sound though. That's weird though. The sound was going off and on on Watch UFA TV. The announcers and their sound was going off yesterday a little bit too in Seattle, but the sound went off here in Oregon on the Watch UFA like 10 minutes ago, and they haven't yet to fix it yet. In Seattle, they fixed it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a Watch UFA thing. I don't know what's going on with their mics, with the sound. Hopefully they fix it. I want to listen to the Oregon commentators. I need to figure out some of these players on Oregon. I only know like 2 of them. Nick and Quinn Brickmeyer. Oregon here on offense. Oregon looking for the reset. They do. That's Quinn Brickmeyer. Little floaty throw there, but Oregon's able to get it. Inside throw here. Picked off by the Shred. What a play. I think that's Will Selfridge or Austin. Who was that picked that off? No. That was Kimball Few with the pickoff. And now the ref calls this on the ground. What? So now Oregon gets it back here in their own end zone. They have to go full field. Callahan territory. Scoop over the top. Shred got a nice little pickoff there on a and Oregon, that's gonna be too far. No way! No, he was out. What? No way the refs called that in. That's crazy. What? Nah, that's insane. What a layout there by Nick. No way he was in. Nah, I want to see a replay on that, please. Come on, Oregon. Show a replay. I didn't even think that this touched the freaking our stinking D line got a poach block running in front of the cutter there. Got all the way to the end zone and they and it hit the ground. Kimball Few had the poach block, and then Sam Few dropped it in the end zone. In that freaking end zone, man. Oh my gosh, what is our O-line doing? What are we doing? This is not the O-line we saw yesterday. A turnover, too big of a floaty throw, a huck here at the buzzer. Blocked by the Shred. The Shred say no. That could have been a huge break for us. That could have been a huge buzzer beater. Instead, we do a floaty throw. Oregon gets it back. They huck it to the end zone for a potential buzzer beater, but the Shred get the block. No buzzer beater there for Oregon. But that could have been huge because if we convert a buzzer beater right there instead of turning it over, we tie the game. Plus, we get the disc here to start the second quarter. But yeah, Shred O-line will get the disc here to start the second quarter. What a sloppy game so far, man. This is not the O-line I saw yesterday in Seattle. But we saw the O-line. We saw that second game in Salt Lake against Seattle. The Shred were down by 6 in the first half, and the O-line was not looking good. And they were able to adjust during the halftime break, and the Shred O-line came out and were the main reason the Shred made that crazy comeback. And right now we're only down by 1. I trust the offense. The offense will get together. It's a little windy, but we really haven't had any floaty throws besides that one that I just saw. The Shred have just had a couple miscommunication throws, a couple drops, but no floaty throws that just go over the head of us. Oregon has like 5 of just floaty throws. Shred are just having stupid mistakes. Oregon is having mistakes because of the wind. So hopefully Shred can convert here and get a hold here to start the second quarter. Oh, there's no way that guy was in on the layout, though. I swear. We got to lock in, though. I don't know what's going on. We cannot drop to 3-2, man. We got to go to 4-1. We got Oakland next. That's a big game. If we lose this, that's not good. We need to get wins that we should be winning. Because Oakland's next, and that's going to be hard to win. So we got to lock in. Yeah, we're getting Kyle Weinberg and Tony back against Portland or against Oregon. But we played so well without them yesterday against Seattle. So I don't know what's wrong with the O-line. I mean, the wind is a little off, but of course, watch UFA TV. Freaking relax. Come on. Well, time to get on my phone because TV's being stupid. All right. What's going on with the TV? There we go. Oh no, my phone wants to trip out. All right, we good. Oregon to pull here. Bro, watch UFA TV, bro. Okay, there we go. It's just blacked out for a quick second. I don't know what's going on with the stream. Can't hear the commentators still either. Weird. Why does it keep going black? Yo, Oregon still fix your broadcast, please, Oregon. Before I miss 3 plays, please. Oregon's broadcast is tripping. Yo. Okay, here's the poll. Wait, how did they have the disc? How does Oregon have the disc? Oh, we scored? Of course. I missed the score. Finally, you're back. The commentators are back finally. So we tied it up with a hold, and I missed it. Pretty good offense then. That must have been a quick hold there. Here's Oregon offense here. Nick is wide open, but good defense by the handler defenders there.
Yeah, huge little between quarter speech from Timmy Burke.
Oregon here. They need a reset. Stall. That's going to be a block. How did that get through? Oh, but a layout there, no good. Shred with a break chance. Little Trevor Kelly there to Evan Miller. And a foul there by Oregon. Shred, the break chance for the Shred is going to be 10 yards closer. LaRue finds Kimball Few for the break. And the Shred take the lead. Just like that. 2 goals to start the second quarter. Great start to the second quarter for the Salt Lake Shred. Let's go. Be good now. Got to the D-line, getting the block there. Actually, it wasn't a block. They just dropped it. We should have had a block before the dropped throw. So there was a potential block, but the Shred just barely missed it because it's a game of inches. And then the next throw, they just dropped it. It was a layout, but they dropped it. And the Shred taking advantage. D-line back out there here. Let's see if they can get another break. Oscar Brown's going to pull here for the Shred.
Checking out some stats.
Here's the pull. They get a pull a little closer too because I think they called something on Oregon here.
Good and bad for both teams here.
Here's a little guy on Oregon.
Nice little backhand here. Number 4. And it might be going back. Here's the call here. Nope, it's going to go forward, but it's going to go back
First quarter from
to the Portland or Oregon still here. Number 3 for Oregon with the disc. Nice little inside flick here for number 12. Number 12 looking for a reset. Number 12, good defense here by the Shred. Stall count rising, and it's picked off by the Shred. But they call a foul on the Shred. Are you serious, ref? Whatever. That was good pressure by Alex Forsberg. The Shred get the pick off, and they called pressure a foul, apparently. He didn't even touch him. How's that a foul, man? A floaty throw there by Oregon. Another floaty one. That is going to be hit to the ground by Portland. Layout, no good. Another break chance here for the Shred. Kimball. Sorry, that's Sam Few. To Huff. Huff with the low flick here, but Sam gets it. Sam resets to Nathan. Nathan up here to Oscar. Oscar wants some cutters. He's going to reset Nathan. Here's Nathan Huff. Going to swing it over here to Sam Few. Sam Few. Over to
Gives it a look.
Oscar. Oscar taking a shot. That's hit up in the air, but it's going to work out for the Shred. Nathan Huff running for the end zone. He resets here. And a backhand to the corner of the end zone. And the break for the Shred up by 2. Go the Shred. There we go.
Another quick break.
Beautiful.
All you can do is get a fingertip on it. And there's that disc that
Reed Browning with the assist. Curtis Watkins there with the goal. What a shot there by Oscar Brown. It gets hit by the Oregon defender, but the wind keeps it up, and Nathan Huff does not quit on the play, and the Shred are able to convert. If there's no wind, that's a perfect. If it wasn't this windy, if we were literally in like LA or something, that's the easiest goal ever for the Shred. It was nearly G'd up there, but since there's wind, it kept it up. All right, O-line here for Oregon, number 4 here. I'm going to swing it here. Cowtan territory here for number 69. Here's a deep puck for Oregon. That's going to be not good, as too much zip on that, not enough air. And another break chance for the Salt Lake Shred. Miller looks up to Dunabile. Dunabile here to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge in power position up to the D-line's moving it up like this. Holy crap, we're already past half field. Will Selfridge throw to the end zone here, but it's right outside the end zone is Retberg, and he flips it to the end zone. 3 breaks in a row for the Shred D-line, and they are shredding here in the second quarter. They are shredding on the steel here early in this one. Here in the second quarter. A crazy first quarter with a bunch of turnovers, a lot of sloppy play. In the second quarter so far, all Salt Lake Shred. Let's go. Looking like we were yesterday. Trevor Kelly with his first goal, I believe, in the UFA there. Actually, he might have got one versus Seattle. I'm not sure. That first game.
group here on offense.
Trevor Kelly there with the goal. Well, it was a risky pass, but it worked out. Retberg with the push pass to Trevor Kelly.
We're also going to have the following day, next Saturday.
Next Friday, Empire and Breeze. Oh, that's a good game. I wish I could stream it, but the Shred play on Friday, I think, against Oakland.
There in those last 2.
Here is Portland's offense back at it again. Let's see if they can finally get a hold here in the second quarter. 3 breaks in a row for the Shred to start the second quarter. And that's a miscue. Shred with another break chance. They're going to flip it to the end zone. That went high, but it doesn't matter because Reed Browning comes down with it 4 breaks in a row for the Salt Lake Shred. Up 8-4 here. Wow.
Running it up.
We are nearly halfway through this second quarter, and Salt Lake has 4 scores here in the second quarter, and we're halfway. Oregon yet to score in the second quarter. The defense, the ball on here for the Shred. The young guys out here hooping.
Third and fourth and fifth times, just handing it over to the wing.
O-line is getting this. This is really good because now the defense is going to stay out there again. The O-line is not tired. The O-line will stay on the sideline as long as they want. The Shred Eli keeps getting breaks. O-line will just rest on the sideline until the Steel get a hold, and then we'll be ready next possession here.
Yeah, this direction they're about to be going, things have been.
Too many mistakes for Oregon in this game.
Yeah,
Some mistakes for the Salt Lake Shred too. The first quarter was mistakes after mistakes for both teams. The Shred have figured it out. Oregon yet to figure it out here in the second quarter.
Salt Lake feeling a little
No
bit more
holds
confident.
for Oregon here in this second quarter. Wow.
Feeling pretty happy about how this road trip's going in the Pacific Northwest.
What a start to the second quarter, man.
Yeah, Seattle losing another.
Let's keep it up, Shred. Let's keep it up.
On the side. Oregon team also has kind of been in this position before, and they.
Here's the pull by Eugene LaRue. A little roller pull here out the side of the end zone. Try to get a double team and maybe hand block here. Get another break chance. Nope, they're not going to double team here. They're just going to roll out the side here. Trevor Kelly playing defense. Forces a big swing here to number 3. Number 3 with another huge swing for Oregon. Here's 34. 34 has guy here. Look to the outside here for Portland. Number 25, good pressure by Trevor Kelly. A big huck here. That's floaty. That is no good by Oregon. Too much of a floaty throw there by Oregon. And the 5th break chance in a row for the Salt Lake Shred. Oregon's offense cannot figure it out here. That is Kimball Few with the throw here. Trevor Kelly, the little small guy right there. Not looking too small out there, though. Trevor Kelly. And we got a call here.
Salt Lake now using one of their timeouts.
Hey, good timeout. Good timeout. You can go up by 5 here. Yeah. Timeout, Shred. Using their first timeout of the game. Beautiful timeout there. Shred could go 5 for 5 on breaks to start this second quarter if they score here, which is crazy. Eli absolutely balling right now. Oregon needs to figure it out offensively, or they're going to be behind by quite a bit here. Oregon desperately needs a D here. What a second quarter by the Shred.
And our keys to the game for the Shred going 9.
He's the game for the Shred. They just been talking about this.
Yeah.
Easy going, deny the deep game, and respect the opponent are the keys of the game for the Shred.
Sort of falling away from Oregon. Was actually working.
Oh, Matt Rusnagel with the hat today. Of course, Matt Rusnagel with a long sleeve here. Here's Chad. Chad with the backhand here up to Kerr. Kerr with the backhand up here to Evan Miller. Sorry, Jacob Miller. Swinging it up here to Kerr. Kerr back to Miller.
Yeah.
Seem like disrespect, but when you got players like Ben Thomas and David Barron, you got to lock them down.
You want to get it out of their hands.
Jorgensen to Jorgensen again, now finding Rusnagel. Will Selfridge shooting into the corner. He is going to find.
Hey, welcome. And Bahad with the break. Shred are shredded. 9-4 Shred. 5-0 quarter here.
Yeah, if I'm Salt Lake, I kind of love getting my
Doing a live tonight. All right, bet. I'll have to ask him about it. Like a sports thing or something. What time is the next game? I
Both sides.
think it's already started. I don't know. Oh yeah, it has. Pacers are winning by 12 in the third quarter. Might have the NBA finals set up already after today.
Another bit of a blade on this pole.
I haven't been watching it.
And
So is he just doing like a sports something or other? Like a sports hangout?
Really 4 players back to receive.
Oregon here to Quinn Brookmeyer. Quinn Brookmeyer up here.
Start here on every point.
Number 3 here.
swing kind of wacky. You can see in the back there the steel fun zone.
Bro, I need to get the Steel's
flags.
roster here because I don't know some of the players I just don't know.
Yeah, that's the look they have not been finding today. They're doing a good job keeping things.
Oh no. Quinn Brookmeyer, swing is it here? I don't even know what number that is. Up to Antonio. Antonio. Swinging all the way to 47. That's going to go too far. That's going to hit the ground. Another break chance for the Shred. What the heck? What's going on with Oregon's offense? Sam Few flips it to Reed Browning right in front of the end zone. Reed Browning finds Jordan Kerr. Nope. That is Braden Amberhard with the goal. 10-4 Salt Lake. 6-0 here for the Salt Lake in the second quarter. Offense for the Oregon still, man. What are you? Oregon stinks, man. All right, finally Oregon scores in the second quarter. About time. They cut it to 5. Oh wow, we scored 2. We got another break. Holy crap! That's like what, 7 now? That is 7 breaks for the Shred to start the second quarter, and now Oregon finally freaking scores. Jeez.
Little gaps like that.
Hey, I appreciate you. No, I don't. I don't really pay attention to those two sports. No. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you.
A couple more breaks to start.
Golf? I don't do golf. I find that boring in my opinion, but
here
that's just my opinion.
with all your gas.
All right.
And here throwing this Oregon D line. Wow, so
Here's the pull here. Here's the pull to the Shred here.
Do you do NASCAR? No. I don't really pay attention to that. My grandpa loves that, but I don't. High throw here to Emberhard. Emberhard looking for McKay. McKay swings it to Kerr. Jordan Kerr up to Chad. The offense already passed midfield here. They swing it backwards here to McKay. Nice break throw. Beautiful to Chad, his brother. Chad to Will Selfridge. The bus with the break throw to Chad. Chad around here to McKay. With the backhand to Kerr. Around to Chad. To Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller had the backhand there, but he fakes it. Miller needs help. Miller's going to reset here to Chad. Chad swings it. That's floaty, but it's perfect to Emberhard. To McKay to Kerr. Kerr right outside the end zone. Kerr just threw it interception. Kerr just threw it right to the Portland player. And Portland's going to call timeout because they would need to punch this break and cut it to a 4-point lead. A big turnover there for Salt Lake. Jordan Kerr, the best player on the shred, throws it right into a poach. Antonio Rudia with the poach block there comes off of his guy. And Kerr throws it right into the poach.
See that crispness of Salt Lake City.
I have not done water polo, but it is pretty cool. Yeah. I've done some hockey games. Yep. Next baseball stream, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Might do the final game of the series between the Cubs and the Reds. We'll see, though. I want to see who's pitching that game first.
Of the season, I should say.
I'll be doing the NBA finals as well. So yeah, and maybe the Stanley Cup finals. As long as I'm hoping Stanley Cup finals and NBA finals on different days, like every other day.
Whipping it around to McNichols.
What?
REMTO.
What's that?
What does it spell?
I don't know.
Remote.
Foul there on the shred. Eugene LaRue, too much pressure there. They don't like pressure in this league, apparently. No, that was a foul. That was actually a foul. I read lips. Yeah. My brother came in, so I was talking to him. Rumor has it that Anthony Rizzo to the Cubs again. No way. Or Justin Steele. Yeah, I know. And a turnover by the Steele here. Steele with like 8 turnovers in this half. That's a high throw to the corner. A lot of contact in the end zone there by Oregon Steele. And that's definitely going to be called a foul here on Portland. I don't think he meant to foul him there, but Alex Forsberg in the corner of the end zone there. He is down. Nitro players on their knees here, making sure that he's okay. A lot of contact there. Good sportsmanship by Portland, but that's definitely a foul. And he's definitely going to be taken out of the game here. Injury. Timeout. Forsberg's good. Thankfully. That's our big guy that we need. Good downfield target. On the steam line. You need him. I think he's okay.
School, the players.
Yeah.
Chat here.
Well, and yeah, we do have a timeout.
This
call
just
from Salt Lake, I
shouldn't
believe.
this just be a goal because the foul was in the end zone? Maybe not.
Yeah, the field was that they basically have one throw opportunity here. Clock is at.
All right, should I call timeout?
See a whiteboard, but at least the figurative whiteboard coming out. Salt Lake has an opportunity to line a play up here.
Felt like calls timeout so they can get a play here. Try to punch it in. Just right outside the end zone here for the shred.
Hit it over, around, or through. Probably, I would assume a double team.
Just give it to Kerr, bro. Wait, I think whoever got fouled picked it up. So Alex has to pick it up, I think, because he got fouled. Or maybe whoever threw it to Alex, which was Sam Pugh, the rookie.
Yeah, with this swilly wind, I think genuinely anything could happen when this disc comes into play.
Oregon only getting one score on the board this quarter.
Oregon has only scored one game in this quarter. I wish, but unfortunately, you have to pay for a membership to watch Frisbee on in the UFA, the Ultimate Frisbee Association. You have to pay for a membership. It's like $10 a month, I think. I'm paying for it. That's why I'm able to watch it. They do have every Friday throughout the season. They do have one game that they put on YouTube, and they call it Free Friday Frisbee, where anybody can watch it on free on YouTube. I don't know what. There was a game yesterday that was free on YouTube. I think it was Atlanta Hustle versus the
3 yards out, but it's going to be dropped way back.
my brain. Atlanta Hustle versus Minnesota. The Shred had a game. They've had two games on or they had one game on Free Friday Frisbee against. I think it was against. It was against the Hustle, and then they had another game where UFA TV wasn't working, so they had to put it on YouTube. So they have had two games on YouTube so far. I still think they have 3 more games on Free Friday Frisbee throughout the season.
Watkins gonna pull it
But
down.
yeah,
Take us to our halftime break.
let me see if I can find the Free Friday Frisbee schedule. UFA Free Friday. Yeah, on their YouTube channel. UFA. Ultimate Frisbee Association's YouTube channel. All right, here we go. Should be a picture. Aha. So this is week 6, I believe. Okay, so we played Free Friday Frisbee last week against Seattle. We played when we played Seattle at home. We were on YouTube for free. And then there's also another game because it wasn't working on UFA.tv. I forget which game it was. I want to say it was our second game, which was it was our second game. Our game versus the Vegas Longhorns was also they also put that on YouTube because it wasn't working on Watch UFA. They had problems. So, but this week it was Atlanta versus Minnesota yesterday. Next Friday for Free Friday Frisbee. Next Friday it will be New York Empire DC Breeze. That's gonna be a really good game. Then week 8 it will be Minnesota Windchill Madison Radicals. That's June 13th. Then June 20th it will be Toronto Rush at the New York Empire. June 27th Austin Soul at Atlanta Hustle. June 4th it'll be Minnesota Windchill at Chicago Union. And then July 11th it will be Colorado Summit at Salt Lake Shred. And July 18th it will be Minnesota Windchill at Salt Lake. So Salt Lake has 2 more Free Friday Frisbee games to end the year. The last 2 games of the season. 2 important games. So yeah. Somebody said they want me to do more UFA content. So tomorrow or next week I might do Boston versus New York. So yeah. That'd be a good game. Because I think the Shred play on Saturday next week. So I can do the Friday game. I think. Who said what?
Pacers. Random appropriate quote. Free Friday? Me. I said that. There's Free Friday Frisbee. Every week they have it on YouTube. There's a schedule right here. I just said. Do the Shred play next? I think they play Oakland Spiders in Oakland next week. That's gonna be a huge game because right now Oakland's first in the division. We're second, and if we win, we'll still keep second as well. Obviously. Yeah, we play Oakland next. Then we play Oregon again, but at home, and then we play Oakland again after that. So it goes the rest of this game against Oregon. Then we have to go to Oakland next week, June 6th, the day before my birthday. June 6th, we have to go to Oakland. Then we come back home, play the same Oregon team at home. Then we stay at home, play Oakland. Then we go on the road and play Colorado. Vegas, the new team, we should beat them. And then we come home and we have to play Colorado and Minnesota. That's tough. The end, the schedule from now to the end of the season is gonna be tough. Oregon, I think we can beat them both games. Obviously, we're beating them right now. I think we'll hold on here, and then I think we can beat them at home. And then we have to play Oakland twice still, Colorado twice. Those are going to be both tough games. The defending world champs, we have to play at the end of the game, at the end of the year. And then we play Vegas, which is like a free win, but still your team? No, the Shred are my team. Oh, gosh. How many quarters? 4. It's halftime, my bad. Yeah. 4 quarters, 12 minutes each, just like basketball. Every time somebody scores, it's 1 point. And if the offense scores, it's called a hold. If the defense gets a stop and they score, it's called a break. And if you call a timeout, if your defense gets the stop and gets the disc in their hands, you can call a timeout and put your offense on the field, but it's still a break. So yeah. Any teams qualified for playoffs? Oh, Olympics? I don't know. I don't know if they have Olympics. I know that they have USA team for Frisbee and some other national teams, but they don't have Olympics yet, I don't think. I mean, I don't pay attention to soccer now, so yeah, I don't really like it. I mean, I've watched it a couple times, but I don't hate soccer, but I just don't pay attention to it. Oregon already out there warming up. Ping pong? I have not done ping pong play-by-play. That'd be interesting though. That'd be so hard to do. Because it's so fast, you'd have to like say their name with the backhand, with the forehand, because there's different like hits and stuff. Forehand. There's like a forehand hit, a backhand hit, like
That'd be so hard to commentate because it's so fast. You'd have to be like rapping pretty much. I'm not a rapper. Tennis? I have never done tennis, no. It'd be fun to stream like the Winter Olympics or something. I think hockey, they're doing hockey in Winter Olympics now, so I'll probably do that. That'll be fun. But Frisbee should be in the Summer Olympics. Okay, they should put it in there. They already have a USA team. Like, there's 2 players on the shred that just came back. Yesterday's game was their first game of the season because they played for Team USA. Aggie Cast Part 2, maybe. But I thought you were a Duke fan, Vincenzo, huh? Body cam. Oh, he subscribed to me. I don't know if he'll subscribe to you though. Flag football gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, I think they put that in the Olympics too. That will be interesting. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button. Helps out with the algorithm. Subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell on the road. 500. Subscribe us. We're going live every day till I hit 500 or 20 years old. That live stream I already did earlier. We are also posting a short of me glazing Bo Nix every day till I hit 1,000. It's actually doing pretty good. The first one I posted got 355 views. The second got 871, and then today's has 684 so far.
Bobby, are we shocked? Or
We got a channel, AggieCast channel, yeah.
Yeah, sort of the
Retro made it,
like
or Wizard, whatever.
Scoreboard does
15.
a little bit. Oregon team
That's
has
crazy.
so much
I'm not 20 yet. I turned 20 in June 7th. Yeah, what's up, Barry? The GOAT. Welcome in. The GOAT. Daniel Barry, what's up? 1 second. Somebody in the door.
And that's
All right, second half. Underway already. Pullman cameo, some of that.
probably was a zone, but they're just happy to stack off different people and leave space.
Oh, that chant. Okay. Yeah. BRB, all right, bet.
and win in all
Appreciate you.
directions.
If you guys haven't already, subscribe with all your accounts. Do it.
There, player wide open in the back.
And wide open is the shred in the back of the end zone. It goes over. Wow. What a goal.
Second or third time Salt Lake has had the wherewithal to send multiple players.
Wait, hold up. We scored 2 in a row already. Oh, no, we scored at the end of the half. I'm tripping. I forgot to click on that. So that throw goes over the hands of Kindle Few. But Alex Forsberg was paying attention, thanks heaven. And he got the goal, though, in the back of the corner. That corner right there. Told me you don't do fake wrestling play-by-play? No, I don't.
Yeah,
Imagine.
yesterday.
I would never. Go steal? Well, they're losing. Because they stink. Our defense scored 7 times in the second quarter. Oregon's offense only scored like twice. If that. It might have been 1. Callahan territory here for the steal. They get it out here, slightly out of the end zone.
Zone line.
We try to get their names better here.
They have struggled
Eh.
to move against the field all day.
I've only
today.
watched it like 5 times. Another turnover for the Oregon offense. And Sam Pugh just throws it over to, sorry, Kimball Few
There.
throws it into the end zone there to Trevor Kelly.
Oregon's Kelly can't hold on. Salt Lake
Oh yeah,
City,
yeet,
Kelly
yeet, yeet.
brings it in. Again, the brave train.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
divisional matchup here. Now it's kind of turning into a bit of a developmental matchup. So they're gonna just try to buckle it down here, get some of their players, putting out the beeline
Yep.
right now. A little bit of a switch up, not their typical O line going out there. Caleb Campbell going to be probably taking a lot of these handling duties here, giving a rest.
Bro,
to some of these
Oregon
players.
freaking stinks. Yeah, I hate Logan Paul. Good wrestler though.
Yeah, it's the Oregon offense huddling over on the sideline.
Yeah, I don't like Logan Paul either, actually.
Solving. See what their other comrades can do.
Yeah, Doms, I think his
By the way, the Shredder doing this without the Hoffman brothers still, with no Ben Ashton still, no Luke Jorgensen still, no Tony.
Certainly, hopefully, going to open up some space for Oregon.
And they lost like 3 of their main players this year.
Not so suffocating.
They went to, I think, one retired, and then a couple of other guys went to other teams. Wow, Shred could have had a D there. That was such a funny throw, but it goes over the hands of Nathan Huff there. Oregon with the goal.
Not going to be able to get up there to slap that disc away.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't already, subscribe to both Pullman Sports 23 and the Shredhead. Trying to grow the Shredhead. Hopefully, at some point, you will get to where this channel's at. It's my Frisbee channel, pretty much. Ooh, what a good throw. And Kerr's able to catch that. No way. They said that touched the ground? That's crazy. Break chance here for Oregon. They say that touches the ground, apparently. I did not think that touched the ground. I thought he dug that one up. But Oregon here in power position. Ben Thonis with the throw there. And the assist to what number is that? So assist for Ben Thonis. And the goal will go to, did that not say 27 on his shirt? Yeah, number 27. It doesn't even say the 27's on the roster. They must have made some adjustments. Unless they just put the wrong number on here. 26 is Austin Kelly, but I didn't see number 27 on there. Anna. I bet. Have a good night.
Think about what's next. You just catch it. Job's done.
Jersey says Martin, but he done his back concessions.
McKay, the Kerr. Sorry, that's Emberhard. Emberhard. Emberhard needs help. Hines.
Salt Lake solve.
Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller.
Same group here.
Jacob Miller to Matt Rossnagel. Matt Rossnagel to McKay. McKay to Chad. Chad to Will Selfridge. Will. Looking up line here to Chad. Chad. Well past half field here. Chad needs help. Stall count rising. Gets it away. Will Selfridge with the stall count rising. Gets it up to Chad. Chad to the end zone there. And it was blocked by Oregon. Wow. Oregon with a shot here. And that's a diving catch there by Jackson. And it's turned right back over to for the Shred. Here's Kerr to Emberhard. Emberhard to McKay. McKay. McKay to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge is fouled. He's going to march down the field here. You guys didn't know in Frisbee, you got 7 seconds to throw. The Frisbee. And you can't take steps.
You have to pivot.
Knows how to play through this UFA contact.
McKay to
Search.
Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller. And a dangerous play there by Oregon.
Clearly.
A pick there by Oregon. If you don't know what a pick is, it's basically a screen, but in frisbee. Like you know how there's screens in basketball? Yeah, you can't do that in frisbee.
Get the finish.
And McKay throws it in here. Goal for Brandon Emberhart.
Some literal physical back and forth there in Salt Lake.
14-7. Shred.
We'll
Shredding past Oregon here.
full spot.
Yeah. Oregon Steel, a little bit of some highlights there from some of their players. You know, making sure that five.
Yeah, Steel with another good chance there, kind of bucking their way into a nice catch, but kind of hand it right back in. See what this O-line has to say about it after there.
Eugene LaRue with the big pull here. Nice floaty pull there. That touches down here. This is Callahan territory for Oregon.
Yeah, off the bounce.
That throws dug out here by
Quite celebration, but
what's his face over the neck.
Steel in possession.
Now doing a nice job of cutting through these coaches and switches, finding the gaps.
Antonio to Nick. Nick up the field here. David Barham.
Gordon does have
Here's Gordon. Gordon resets it here to Josh Moore. Josh Moore to Quinn Broomeyer. Quinn Broomeyer up to David. David Bram swings it here to Josh Moore. Josh Moore takes a shot here to the sideline here to Archer Gordon. Archer Gordon looking up line here to Josh Moore. Josh Moore will find Antonio Reda for the goal.
Not so far for moving. Still plenty of time for making those highlights.
Yeah, I think that's the only time this O-line for Oregon has scored in that direction, let alone not turned it over at all. That's going to feel good for them.
Absolute domination by Shred right now.
It's a little bit tough today, and a few of those throws that should be nice, easy throws, thankfully weren't that tricky, but I get pushed around.
Yeah, Archer Gordon there, who was that last camera shot.
Here's a pull here
Guy there.
by Oregon. Now touchdown here for McKay. McKay. Emberhard here. Looking backhand at Evan Miller. Sorry, Jacob Miller. Up here to Will Selfridge with the grab. Will Selfridge to Chad. Chad take a massive shot. That's perfect for Matt Rusnagel, who pulls it down inbounds. And in the end zone there, what a huck by Chad Jorgensen to Matt Rusnagel for the score.
Pivots back the other way, gets to the back end. The tall defender on Oregon can't decide if he needs to jump up and go high.
Beautiful.
Receiver knows exactly where it's going, calls it in easily. Great stuff. That's one of the first completed hucks we've had in a while.
Oscar Brown here with the pull for the Shred.
On a short to medium game, not necessarily bombing it out too much.
Here's the pull.
Yeah,
It's up here.
Stats there.
Quinn Broomeyer can't get it. It goes out the side. You're going to have to take it there. Callahan territory here for Oregon. Can the Shred get the first Callahan of the year as it goes out the side here for Quinn?
Our time.
All right. Oregon still in the back of the end zone here in Caltan territory. The shred with the block in the end zone, nearly a Callahan there for Alex Forsberg. Nearly a Callahan for the shred. Oscar Brown here to Reed. Reed to Oscar. Oscar. Right in the back of the end zone. Alex is wide open in the back of the end zone, but Oregon gets it back here. Bonus with the block. Quinn Brugmeyer. David Barham here. Barham with the flick huck here. That's a laser to Quinn, but Quinn slides and makes the grab. Quinn Brugmeyer. What a catch. Quinn needs help here. High stall count. Resets it here to Antonio. Antonio up to Quinn. Quinn Brugmeyer looking for Antonio. Antonio needs a reset. He's looking for the swing here. The Thonis. Thonis resets here. Thonis will get it back here. Thonis. Swinging. Looking for.
There's a chicken basket here if you'd like to eat it.
Doesn't quite work for Shred, but still.
134 here. With the hut. The Thonis. And that's going to go way too far there. What a horrible flick huck there by Adam. Not a good throw. Another break chance here for the Shred.
Pretty tough pass down the sideline.
They're gonna have a break chance.
Double team here on Oscar. Oscar gets it off the sideline to LaRue. LaRue, what a throw to Oscar, but it's too floaty. Portland will get it back. Portland gets blocked there by the Shred. Shred earn it back. LaRue with the block to earn it back to the Shred after he threw that floaty throw to Oscar. What a turn of events here. Back-to-back turnovers there. The Shred turned it over, or the Portland Nitro turned it over with the floaty throw there that got blocked in the air. Oscar couldn't get there because it was too floaty. And then Portland tries to just laser it into the end zone. And it gets blocked by the rear Shred with this. A lot of turnovers in this possession here.
Put the hand up.
Sloppy possession here by both teams.
Quinn Burmeyer standing 2 feet to his left for free, but someone in the end zone instead and tries to put an end to it.
Still a break chance for the Shred, but they call them out here to put their offense on the field.
Going on. Certainly Salt Lake Shred, after kind of a bumpy start to the first quarter, has started nailing down those turnovers. Oregon Steel 21.
Yeah, those turnovers were bad in the first quarter. Shred came back to it though.
Seems like everyone's
Made some adjustments after that first quarter.
a bit more, but
Much better.
a stadium like this is just always going to be.
Hey, okay, McGarrett, get off the field before you get ran over, dude. Oh, God. Ooh. All right.
Backwards, and yeah, stall count is
Stall count on the Shred here. They can't get the throw off in time. 7 seconds to throw. In
the end zone.
Oregon with the floaty throw, but they get in the end zone.
Yeah, that may look like it got away from Campbell there, but I think he knows he can put it out in front with some pace and it's straight to the window.
Little floaty throw there, but the Portland Nitro better was able to catch it anyways.
Throwing up and set
Lazy offense there by the Shred.
to the high side.
Oregon able to convert lazy offense, and they get a stall count on them.
Trying to just ignore that second quarter, pretend that it didn't exist, and just kind of focus, take this game bit by bit.
It's one game here for the Shreds. Here's the pull to Will Selford. Will Selford shops the roll for McKay. McKay to Emberhard. Emberhard
Good start.
has Jacob Miller wide open there. Jacob Miller
Miller needs a reset here.
Salt Lake starting a little slow here. Oregon
Gets it to
just
McKay.
wants
McKay
nice little
to
offensive
Will.
strategy.
Will taking a shot here to Kerr. Just too far again by Will Selfridge. Another huck there by Will Selfridge. That's just way too far there. Way too far, man. Inside flick here for number 19.
Big huck earlier.
Ryan Wolf with the huck. Has a guy wide smack open. And a crossfield throw here. They don't take it. Instead, Oregon will score here. And they dropped it. Oregon dropped it. Wow. He was so happy, and then he dropped it. Well, McKay. And that's a missed throw there by McKay. What a horrible throw. Oregon gets it back. Oregon with the break chance. Gets it back here. That's a tough grab there made by Oregon. Oregon with the high flow.
He's got to stay back. I think he gets in the toe.
And he gets inside with the toe drag there. Toe drag by Oregon, 15-10 with the break. Shut offense. Just with the couple miscues there.
On the ground, but another drop. Salt Lake gives them a chance, and they nail it in.
Just shred drop that, man. So a huck that goes way too far for Kerr. And then right here, Oregon just drops in the end zone. And then McKay with a miss pass, trying to look for his brother Chad. Boom! Sloppy frisbee here.
Oh, away.
Nice toe drag. All right, here's the pull. Nor with the ball there.
Observers as well as
Oscar Brand up to Huff. We got the D line out here on offense for the shred. Campbell taking a shot. That's not going to work. And a break chance for Oregon. Come on, shred. We're not going to choke like Seattle, please. Here's a shot by Oregon. And that's going to be. That actually worked. That's insane. What a bid by Sam Few. And it goes right above his hand. Oregon cuts it to 4. Shoot.
O-line players coming over. Archer Gordon knows how to get into the end zone. Make a nice catch.
Gordon with the gets the goal there. Just a stupid huck by Kimball. And then he tries to get it back with an amazing bid there. Just came up empty on that bid. Game of inches, man. Game of inches. That was close though, Sam. Like the bid there by Sam.
Official high five. We appreciate their work here today.
All right, so Oregon with another break there. Now they get a pull again. Come on, offense. Bahard with the disc here. Looks for McKay. McKay here to Will. Will. Up here to Matt. Matt Russnagel. Recess to Will. Will to Matt. Matt
6'4".
Matt stumbles, but finds Will. Will and Matt just working it up here. Matt right back up to Will. Will Selfridge and gets the assist there for Jacob Miller. Wow. Matt Russnagel and Will Selfridge just moving it up the whole field there. And then the only throw that whole possession that didn't go to Matt Russnagel or Will Selfridge goes to Jacob Miller there for the score. Will Selfridge and wow. Will Selfridge and Matt Russnagel just worked it up the field between themselves. Like literally just those two. Just went down the whole field by themselves. Jacob Miller gets the goal at the end, but pretty much the whole field, they just worked it up between two guys there. That's crazy. Cutter's got to be better if we're just going to go up the field with two guys like that. But
That's what makes this offense hard to stop.
Players with they share 2 goals each.
Crazy. 2 handlers worked it up pretty much the whole field. There.
Steele's gonna need a quick
Here's the steal with the goal by Rick the Frisbee.
Some players out.
Still need a quick one here because the Shred have the disc at the start of the fourth quarter, so Oregon needs to score here.
Want Aaron to have the disc.
Bam with the shot. That is deflected. It's not going to work. Never mind, it wasn't deflected. And Alex is going to try to huck it to the end zone, and that's deflected by Oregon. That'll be the end of the third quarter. We're going to the fourth quarter, Shred up by 5.
Gonna take his time. Our fourth quarter here.
We'll take a quick little break here before we resume with our fourth quarter. Stay tuned, everybody.
All right, commercial break here. Well, I want to see who's winning around the UFA here. Let me check the scores. Week 6.
Gonna pull up some
You
stats
go to
here.
Saturday's games. Okay. Finally, the Carolina Flyers got a win. Carolina got a win, so they're still in playoff position. If Carolina would have lost today, then they might have been kicked out of playoffs, which is crazy to say. Or it would look scary for them at least. But they get the win over Phoenix. Wow, good win for Carolina.
Getting things on.
Montreal Royale with the upset over DC Breeze, 22-17.
The red zone percentage is similar.
Wow, Atlanta lost both games this weekend. 19-18 win for the Chicago Union.
Why is it?
Shred, of course, winning, taking care of business so far. Houston Havoc and the Growlers are tied at halftime, 10 apiece. And then tomorrow, New York will play the Toronto Rush.
It's that microcosm of the third quarter.
And
a little bit better.
Carolina Flyers will play the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds. Next week,
We will be
will
resuming
be a
the
good
fourth
week as
quarter
well.
pretty soon here.
The Free Friday Frisbee game in New York and
Power
GSP,
up,
I think.
sure that they're making progress. John
might do that
True League dedicated to enhancing
Oh, I know it's Philly and Boston Glory. That's the game we're gonna do.
victory. So here for peak performance. Any person out on the field there, give a quick chit chat to this D line that's out there.
Yeah, this is that's been having success there at the end of that quarter. Definitely want to get them back on the field and let them.
Oregon putting the D line out that was out at the end of that third quarter. That really helped them right there. Trying to get some D's and push back maybe in this game. Should just got to convert offensively and put themselves in a good spot to win.
Bust out the long sleeves, right?
All right, here's the poll for the start of the fourth quarter.
Jerseys are
It'll
there.
drop down, Emberhard will pick it up.
Tricky catch there to get us going.
Emberhard and McKay to Will. Will,
Selfridge, plenty of space.
Will's looking
here.
backhand here. He's going to swing it around to Kerr.
Mark.
Love how much space this Salt Lake team creates. You can just tell that
Kerr.
there's such a big difference between these teams.
Jacob Miller up to Chad. Chad in power position here with the flick up to Emberhard. Big gainer there. Emberhard at midfield. Swings it over to Chad. Chad, high throw there, but it's dug out by Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller to Will. Over to Chad. Chad moving it quick to Kerr. Kerr to the left of the end of the end zone there. Finds Matt Rusnagel.
Quite sure if that was block hands or Russ Noggle now rocking the hat. Yeah, looks like that's Russ Noggle.
Yeah, super clean. Exactly what you want to do out of a quarter break. Everybody touches it. Just touches both sidelines.
Nice opening possession there for the Shred to start this fourth quarter. Matt Rusnagel with the goal. Jordan Kerr with the assist. Good job by the offense.
Salt Lake Shred's D-line gonna get a little bit more practice here
D-line out here for the Shred.
today. Yeah, a lot of like unforced turnovers from.
Here's the roller pull
Yeah, it's their D-line offense has been stellar.
for Oregon. Here is Quinn Buchmeyer. Looking up for Antonio here. Antonio looking for Quinn, looking for a reset. Stall count is high, and that is incomplete. Shred get it here right outside of the end zone, and they flip it to Retberg. Flips it there to Jace Dudabao with an emphatic spike.
Yeah, it's just mistakes like that. That's all. Like just
Dudabao with the big spike there.
Oregon has like they moved on from, but yeah, the game.
Another miscue by Oregon.
Positive errors that move in the right direction and move towards not letting the other team have something easy. They just had so many turnovers that are simple mistakes.
LaRue with the pull.
Yeah. You know how to fix them so easily. You feel like it should be happening.
Yeah, I know, right at the doorstep. Basically,
Exactly.
inviting the Shred in.
Yep.
Not saying they're vampires, but you know, you got to be careful about.
Oregon will throw their duck up by David. David with the huck here. David Barham with the huck to Josh Moore. Josh Moore, deed up there by Grayson Retberg. The second-year pro says no. A break chance here for the Shred. Layout grab there by LaRue. LaRue with the huck. And it works out for the Shred. What a throw by LaRue. To Jace Dudabao with the goal.
Really tough play for Nichols.
What a huck. What a throw by LaRue. Eugene Ballin.
Receiver.
What a huck.
Walks it in. Great read.
This game is turning into a tale of two quarters.
Yes.
That's the second quarter.
David with the huck there to Moore. It's deed up from behind there. What a play by the Shred, and then a huck here just perfectly over the defender's hand. To Dudabao.
Getting into the tape room for the steal. Definitely want to see about what.
This could be 4 wins in a row for the Shred after losing that week 1 game. By only 2 points for the best team in the league in Atlanta Hustle, who actually just lost 2 in a row this weekend after going 5-0 or 6-0. Atlanta Hustle falls to 6-2 on the season.
Don't ask.
That's a deep puck here. That gets to the end zone, and it's caught by Portland outside the end zone. They flip it inside the end zone there for a goal. Seth, welcome in. My Dodgers killed the Yankees. Oh, I didn't even see that. Not surprised though.
It's him. It's him on that one. I thought that was
He's a sweep.
way too deep. That was
All I know is the Rangers choked, which made me mad. I thought they were going to win, but they sold.
Yeah, Heckley on is first.
Brewers killed the Phillies 17-7. Holy. Come on, Phillies.
in the exciting positions, and he has to
Rays
come down
killed
with
the
it.
Astros 16-3. Jeez. Whoa, what are with these games today? There's been up some blowouts today. Brewers 17-7 over Phillies. Rays 16-3 over the Astros. 18-2 Dodgers over the Yankees.
Well,
Jeez Louise. It's crazy. The game was probably over after 5 innings. The Dodgers won.
Salt Lake is so tough to beat if they have a lead. They're just so possession oriented. They take
Hey.
passes to open players, but
And a bad throw there by the Shredder line. Oregon with possession here.
Sideline. Just a little bit in front of them. And
Oregon
Oregon's D-line, that's
back on offense here.
pretty good. nice break opportunity to capitalize on another one here.
Shred couldn't cook. And a break chance here for
Cam-
Oregon. Oregon gets hand blocked by Chad.
It's barely still in the hands.
What?
Gets one.
They call that a foul? That's crazy. Fine, we'll have to Donis. Donis up tier 2. Who is that? I don't even know. Donis.
Targets there.
Donis, deep throw. That is perfect.
Number 18, Sherman pulls it
Number
down.
18, Sherman with the goal there.
It's like the
For Oregon here.
Sure.
Sherman with the goal. Number 18.
Ready to go.
Yeah, and again, some of the positives for the Steel come a little bit more from the D line.
But Sherman, that's their first goal, buddy. Why are you going like this, pretending to eat? You didn't eat, bro.
They're gonna be happy about that one.
How was that a foul in chat? I thought you hit the disc, man. I thought that was a clean hand block, but
Campbell staying out there.
whatever.
Simpsons also joined by Knudsen.
He's crossed over several times here already today. And Donis both leading.
All right, Donis with the pole. Big floaty pole here. This can touch down the back of the end zone for McKay. McKay to Emberhard. Emberhard. Emberhard to McKay. McKay. McKay back to Emberhard. Emberhard to McKay. McKay
Last home game. they
to
were
Chad. Chad. Chad Jorgensen
Same line.
to McKay Jorgensen. McKay looking back to Chad Jorgensen. Chad up to Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller to Will Selfridge.
Little discombobulated.
Will Selfridge. He's helped. Will Selfridge, high stall. Gets it up to Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller's going to take a shot. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect tuck by Jacob Miller. What a throw. That's another goal for Matt Russnagel.
Heels came through. Took a stride.
Shred
Yeah, sometimes when you're
with 20 on the board today. We're still with 7:23 left.
Yeah, put a little too much
In this
energy
one.
and excitement into it, but that was measuring.
If they didn't have a bad first quarter offensively, they could probably be at 25 plus. Because they scored 20. They scored 20 on Seattle yesterday. 25 on Seattle yesterday.
Still
If they didn't have a bad first quarter, they would have probably have 30 by now.
second O line there.
Because they only have like what 3 goals in the first quarter, and then we had like a big second quarter. We had like 8 goals in that quarter,
Very lofty pull here.
maybe more.
Done really
Quinn
well.
Brookmeyer picking up the pull here. Quinn finds David. David up here
Still well.
to Stillwell. Stillwell
Barron.
to Barham. David Barham finds
Field.
Nick Knudsen. Nick Knudsen back to David Barham. David Barham
Steals this
up here to
like that.
Matt
Austin Kelly. Not going to throw the big
Austin
back
Kelly
hand,
with the
but
backhand up here to
good
Knudsen.
back.
Knudsen to Quinn Brookmeyer. Back to
Austin
Austin Kelly. Austin Kelly to Stillwell. Stillwell.
Yeah.
Inside break throw here to Nick. Nick Knudsen takes a shot to Quinn. And Quinn Brookmeyer with the goal for Oregon.
Always ready to.
Thunder versus Pacers in the NBA Finals. Yep.
Desperately needed.
Go Pacers.
Now Austin Kelly using a little bit of his bench mixing there to make sure that those throws.
Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Well, then
I wanted Knicks and Timberwolves, but whatever.
Yeah, nice job there by him. He's not usually going to be one throwing it that far downfield, but the clock's ticking and you've got someone that open. He's going to trust you to take a look. It's in there nice and clean.
Saw a quick shot of the assistant coach Chris Hancock, making sure that his players got a grip on the game plan. Shot off first and gloves. And Shred, oh, they're going to be stumbling right on the goal.
Shred turn it over. Oh gosh. Oregon with a break chance. Oregon low flick there, dug up.
Stoms.
Nicholas getting pressured. Throws it out here to
I'm gonna say, Nick,
number 69 here. And that's a foul on the shred. Oregon will get it right outside the end zone here. Number 14 flips it. Number 69 here. Back to 14 over to 69. 69. Over here to 77. 77. Swings back to 69. 69. No cutters. Cutters are getting clamped up right now by the shred. Now they find it there. Oregon with the break. 5-point game.
Other score. Score for Oregon. Close it to.
Back excessive on the assist there. He made a nice shifty little move. Kind of go against the grain of the defense, what they were doing. Here's a look at several of these, but not only from Salt Lake. First pass uncontested bobble. And here right here coming against the grain.
Bobble, man. By the shred. I don't know what's going on today. Too many bobbles in this game. Shred could easily have like 28, 29 points right now. Maybe even 30 if they didn't score only 3 goals in the first quarter. They were down 6-3 after one quarter, by the way. And then they went on to score like 11 goals in that second quarter, which was absolutely huge for them. And the defense scored like 9 of those goals, by the way. No, like 7 of them in a row. Because the offense on. What a throw! Chad, lay out, bro. That's shocking that Chad didn't lay out right there. I thought that was a good throw for Chad. Usually Chad lays out for that, but another break chance here for Oregon. Sloppy game for the Shred. They got to figure out the offense. Oregon's offense is just going to be way worse than ours. When we had 7 goals from our defense in the second quarter in a row. Oregon just couldn't score in that second quarter. That's why they're losing right now. They could cut it at 4 here, though.
He's gonna go big.
Here's a shot by Oregon to the end zone. That is D'd up. That's going to float up, though. Oh, what a play by Oregon. Oh, my gosh. That's why you catch your Ds. Gotta catch your Ds if you're Matt Rusnagel there. He hits it up in the air, and it floats up, and Oregon is able to lay out on it. Big. Wow. 4-point game. Matt Rusnagel had a D there. Watt hit it, but he hit it up, so the wind took it up, and Oregon lays out on it. Oh my gosh. That's why you catch your Ds, man. Catch that, Matt. You could have caught that, dude. Catch your Ds, man. Catch your Ds.
All over the place. That's a nice little turn of events.
Yeah,
Here we go.
We've seen that double-edged sword a couple of times today. The defender getting a good hand, good contact on that disc, but bouncing around. And those plays haven't always been successful. Sometimes they've just been,
Dang.
shouting excitement. It doesn't quite happen, but
That is why you catch your Ds. Pause. Not really, though. It's a turn for defense.
Second offensive group here for Salt Lake.
When you get a block in Frisbee, it's called a D. I don't know why. That's just what it's called. But you got to catch your Ds, though, on that one. Here's the offense for the Shred. Just trying to waste clock here. D-line out. Holy blurry. Ah, my eyes. What just happened to WatchUFA.tv? Ow. I can't even see the players. I don't even know who is who. Some contact there on, I don't know, but the WatchUFA just got blurry as heck. Yo. It's still blurry. Oh my goodness. Oscar up to, that is Jace, maybe? I can't tell. Okay, there we go. Blur went away. Alex to Reed Browning. Reed Browning, the rookie here. A rookie mistake is D'd up by Oregon, but the Shred lay out on it and get the catch somehow. What the heck? A rookie mistake there.
What are you doing, Reed? Reset. Will Selfridge up to Jace. Jace, what a perfect throw. And an easy grab there for Oscar Brown hitting the gritty.
Steele tried so hard.
When you try so hard, but you don't succeed. That's what that is right there for Oregon.
You can see they're about to start talking if that was a foul or not, but while they're looking, this is still
Wow.
nice throw there to end the throw.
Oh, Eugene LaRue with the pull.
21,
That is
16.
how do you throw a frisbee that far, man? Like crazy.
Absolutely massive pull for them there.
What a pull. A poach there for the shred. They get out here to Nick. Nick has nobody around him for Oregon. Finds Brandon. Brandon over here to
Just off this fourth quarter, and that's
freaking who is that? I don't know. Long reset throw here to 47. Over to Brandon here. And that's a drop. Shred with a break chance. Trevor Kelly picks it up. Kelly resets here. Kimball Few. Trevor Kelly. Kelly. Back to Kimball Few. Kimball Few to Kelly. Kelly. Low throw. Is down on the ground. I don't even think the guy he was trying to throw to was even paying attention. And that hits the ground. That was a good throw by Trevor. A nice low throw, but the open player was not paying attention there. Barron. Does it up here. Josh Moore. With the flick around here to Kelly. Kelly to Nick.
Yeah, they become more comfortable finding these holes
To
that are just
Nixon.
in different spaces.
Going deep here. Number 43 over to Kelly. Kelly. Kelly to more and more. Looking for someone here. High stall count. He gets off the flick here to 34. 34 double team gets it out here to Nick. Nick. Good. More. Moore will just flip it over the top to Knutson. Your head. Who headbutts the disc there.
That line has rarely gotten the disc.
42 seconds left. Shot just need to throw a couple more throws. I'll get out of here with a dub and improve to 4-1 on the season.
Same time, about that one.
Okay, United definitely was paying attention to that though. It just was too low.
Under left here.
Yeah, so they've been shredding all game. Oregon have managed to close the gap a little bit, 21-17.
All right. Here's the pull for Oregon. That's going to go out the back of the end zone. No, it touched it down right in the back of the end zone. Wow. So the shred had to take it in the back of the end zone here. Emberhard up to Will. Will has all the time in the world. Finds Matt Rusnagle. Matt Rusnagle to Will. Will has the guy deep, but he swings it to Emberhard. Emberhard. Emberhard swings it up to Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller to Jorgensen.
So like we'll take
McKay Jorgensen there.
completely open.
Finds Jacob Miller. Back to McKay. McKay. Step through here to Will. Will just needs a couple more completions here for the shred. 10 seconds left here. Emberhard to Will Selfridge. Will Selfridge. One more throw here to McKay. And that's the end of the game. The Salt Lake Shred with the dub. W there for the Salt Lake Shred, winning 21-17. They go 2-0 on the road trip here. They'll head to Oakland at home. Or sorry, Oakland. They'll head to Oakland
to play the 5-1 Spiders. That's gonna be a great game. 4-1 Shred taking on the 5-1 Spiders in Oakland next week. We'll be live for that probably, most likely. And then they go home after that to face the same Oregon team and the Spiders after that again. And then they play Colorado a couple times. And yeah, so Shred improved to 4-1. Oregon will drop to 2-4 on the season. Shred got like I said, the Shred have to go to Portland or to Oregon. Oakland, sorry. Shred have to go to Oakland next, take on the Spiders on June 6th, day before my birthday. That's gonna be a fun stream. And Portland, let me see about Portland or Oregon. I mean,
We're big fans of the Oregon Steel. We got some more
Change their
important
name.
games this season. Didn't get to
Oregon will play.
Rivalry match. But we're excited to see what they
know.
can do in the future. Thanks so much for everybody
Let's
who
just
tuned
stick
in
in.
tonight. Thanks to our production crew, all the stadium staff. Yes. Well, I'm Jeff X.
I'm not finding their dang schedule. Oregon schedule, but I don't see it here. Should be on the front of their Instagram page, but it's not. Let's see here. Oregon Steels.
In the future. Thanks so much for everybody who tuned in tonight. Thanks to our production crew, all the stadium staff.
Oregon will play
God.
the new team, Vegas Bighorns. Yeah, they'll win. I don't know though. Vegas has been looking a little better, so we'll see though. So yeah, Oregon still will play Vegas next. Shred will head to Oakland to take on the mighty Spiders. That's a big matchup. 5-1 Spiders versus 4-1 Shred. Next week we'll be live for that. Thank you to everybody who came in. It's been your favorite Ginger. I'm out. Peace. Go Shred.